Welcome to Mr. Disturbing. Tonight, we're plunging into the dark heart of the Appalachians with some truly unsettling true horror stories. That'll keep you up all night. If you're brave enough, smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next descent into fear. I'm 29 years old. I shoot freelance documentary footage, small projects, strange topics, folklore, abandoned places, stories that sound like lies. Last October, I followed a crew into the mountains, just 4 of us. Me, Liam, the local guide, Tara, producer, and Nate, sound guy. Our target was a hole, not just any hole. They called it the mouth, not a mine, not a cave, just a hole. Perfectly round, perfectly black, no wind, no bottom, just there. About 30 minutes west of Parisburg, high elevation, middle of nowhere. The place wasn't on any map, but it was on Reddit, a post from 2011, deleted within hours. But the image stayed with me, a perfect circle in dead rock, trees leaning away, animals buried around the rim, their bones pulled inward, not scattered, arranged. The user who posted it said they dropped a flare. Never saw it land. Never heard it hit. Just watched the red light fall forever. Then the post ended. 1 week later, his account was gone, and so was he. But Liam claimed he knew where it was. His father had seen it once, back in 1973, called it the open wound, said the government filled it with concrete, posted signs, then disappeared from records. Liam said the hole came back, a mile east of where it was. Same shape, same depth, same smell, like wet rust and vinegar. We hiked up the ridge in silence. I filmed everything, the way the compass spun near the summit, the way Nate's mic picked up a tone none of us heard, the birds that flew one direction all at once. We reached the site by dusk. It was real, a black pit carved into shale. 10 feet wide, no rope, no edge, no animals, just a hole that didn't make sense. I dropped a rock, no sound, not even wind, like it had swallowed the laws of physics. I filmed from every angle. My camera glitched every frame rate dropped, ISO maxed, autofocus locked on something just past the edge, something I couldn't see, but the lens could. Tara said she felt sick. Nate said he couldn't hear his own voice in the headphones. Liam just stared, like he knew something we didn't. The trees around the rim leaned back, away from it, as if afraid. Their roots curled away from the soil. The ground around it was dry, dead, but warm, unnaturally warm, like skin. Liam stepped close, too close. I warned him. He didn't answer, just mumbled. Something about the eye. He said it watched without watching, that it never blinked, that the bottom wasn't a place, it was a thought, and it was dreaming again. He laughed. Then we heard it, a noise from below, not wind, not echo. Something wet, something breathing. I froze. The mic picked up a low moan, slow, mechanical, not alive, not dead, just patient. Liam stepped forward. His boot broke the edge, and then he was gone, not falling, just removed, like he was never there. One frame he stood, the next, gone. No scream, no impact, no motion, just erased. Tara screamed. Nate dropped the mic. I just stared. My camera shut off. The screen cracked from inside. I picked it up. It was ice cold, even though the ground was hot. Nate ran, vanished into the trees. I never saw him again. Tara dropped to her knees, whispered something over and over. I leaned in. She said, "It opened for us." Her nose bled. Her eyes rolled. Then she stopped breathing. No struggle, no sound, just still. I was alone. I didn't move for a long time, just sat beside her, watched the skin on her face lose color, watched her eyes dry open. No clouds, no flies, just silence, the kind that vibrates, like something holding its breath. The hole didn't change. It never changed. Same size, same edge, still warm, still pulsing, but it felt closer, like it knew I was alone now, like it preferred it that way. I looked at the rim. The dust was untouched. No prints, no sign anyone had ever stood there, no proof I hadn't imagined all of it. But my camera was still warm, still cracked, and there was blood on the mic, so I knew it was real. I stood, my legs numb, my vision warped, like heat rising off asphalt. I circled the hole once, clockwise. The trees leaned back farther than before. A low groan came from somewhere deep, not loud, just long, like a floorboard under pressure. My ears popped, my heart slowed, the light dimmed, but the sun was still up. I checked my watch. It had stopped. 7:12 p.m. Same minute Liam vanished. I picked up a dead branch, threw it in. No sound, no movement, just gone. I whispered something. I don't know why. Just instinct, just reverence. It wasn't a hole anymore. It was a presence. Not looking for worship, looking for return. I think it knew I carried a camera. I think it wanted me to bring it home. But I didn't leave. Not yet. Not with her body still warm. I dragged Tara back from the edge. It wasn't easy. The dirt near the rim felt sticky, like it didn't want to let go, like it had fingers. I made it 10 yards before I collapsed. Something inside my chest ached, like pressure, like hunger, like someone else was breathing through me. I slept, maybe, or I passed out. I don't know how long, but when I opened my eyes, it was dark. No stars, no moon, just tree silhouettes. And the sound, from the hole, stronger now, clearer. It wasn't breathing. It was speaking. A low rumble, like a machine learning words. I covered my ears. Didn't help. It was in my teeth, in my ribs. It said my name, not out loud, but from beneath, from under the ground. It said other things I'd forgotten, my first lie, my worst thought. The name I gave myself when I was 7. The sound I made when I watched my uncle die. It remembered everything, and now, so did I. I crawled back to the edge, on all fours, like a child, like an offering. I looked in, and something blinked. Not a light, not a shape, just a shift, a fold, a crease in space, like a pupil the size of a house, dilating, adjusting, accepting. I should have run. I should have screamed. But I felt peace, not joy, not comfort, just surrender, like giving in to sleep underwater, like letting go of something I never understood. I reached into my bag, pulled out the only thing that still worked, a notepad. I wrote 4 words. Do not look down. Then I dropped it, watched it fall, and for the first time, I heard something, a whisper, from far below. It said, "Thank you." I don't know how long I stayed by the edge. Could have been hours. Could have been days. The trees didn't change. The sky didn't move. Time felt folded, like a page stuck in a closed book. I kept staring into the dark, waiting for something to come out, or for something inside me to go in. I don't remember standing, but at some point I was on my feet, closer than before, to the rim, my toes touching dust, the heat rising in pulses, like breath, like thought. I leaned forward, my hair lifted, pulled gently, like a tide. I looked down again, and this time, I saw it. Not a bottom, not space, a shape, moving, slowly, turning. Something massive, coiled like roots, or veins, or intestines. Not animal, not machine, just old, thinking, remembering. It didn't see with eyes, it saw with knowing. It reached upward, not with limbs, with pressure, with memory. I felt my name unravel, letter by letter. My childhood peel away. My old regrets fall off like dead skin. I wasn't scared, I was vanishing. And it felt natural, like returning to a place I was made from. I opened my mouth. Something came out. A sound not mine. Low. Hollow. Like wind through bone. It echoed off nothing, but I felt it heard. I stepped back. One step, then another. The pressure loosened. The hunger pulled away. The trees stopped leaning. The wind returned. The world exhaled. But something stayed behind. Inside me. I felt it settle, curl, sleep. Not gone. Just resting. I walked down the mountain in silence. No one stopped me. No one saw me. I didn't speak. I didn't call for help. I reached my car. It was where I left it. Dusty. Cold. Unmoved. I drove until the trees looked normal again. Until the sky turned blue. But nothing felt the same. The sun felt thinner. The shadows slower. My face in the mirror changed by the hour. My voice lower. My sleep dreamless. I tried to tell someone. Once. A friend. I showed him the footage. He laughed. Then he blinked. Then he forgot. He couldn't remember my name the next day. I'm 31 years old. I've studied religion since I was old enough to read. Mythology, folklore, cults, the way people build gods from fear. My thesis was about isolation worship, belief systems born from separation, the things we create in silence. One day I got an email. No subject, no sender, just coordinates, and one line. They still sing below Briar Hollow. I checked the location. Deep in the Appalachians. No road, no town, just elevation and trees. I almost ignored it. But something felt right, like it was meant for me. I packed light, camera, notebook, enough food for a week. I hiked in from the West Ridge, took 2 days. No paths, no signal, just forest. Quiet, too quiet. No birds, no bugs, just the sound of my own breath. On the third morning, I saw it. A steeple, black wood, no cross, no windows. A church, hidden in a thicket of thorned trees. Tall ones, too tall. Bark the color of ash, no leaves, no life. Just branches like fingers clawing the sky. The building sat dead still, not abandoned, just waiting. I walked around it once. The back was worse. Carvings in the wood, spirals, eyes, rows of teeth, some fresh, some bleeding sap the color of ink. I stepped inside. The floor was soft, not rotten, just wrong. Like something beneath it breathed slow. The pews were carved from bone, or something close, smooth, pale, etched with scripture I didn't recognize. The altar was bare, but stained, circular, like something sat there once and refused to leave. There was no dust, no decay, just cold, deep cold. The kind that settles behind your ribs. I sat in the last pew, opened my notebook, and heard it. Faint, from below, singing, human voices, dozens, all humming the same note, low, continuous, no breath, no change. I checked the basement door. It wasn't locked, just heavy, thick iron hinges. I didn't go down. Not yet. I returned the next day, same time, same note. I listened for hours. It never stopped. Not once, no footsteps, no coughing, just that endless tone. By the 5th day, I stopped sleeping. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw a mouth. Huge, round, ringed with teeth. At the base of the altar. Open. Breathing. Dreaming. I stopped writing. I stopped thinking. Just sat and listened. I whispered questions. No one answered. But the floor grew warmer, like approval. On the 7th day, the note changed. Just slightly. Enough to make me cry. I don't know why, it just felt right. Like something remembered me. From long ago, from somewhere below. The door to the basement opened by itself that night. Slow. No sound, just darkness. Thick. Warm. Moving. And the song grew louder. And I stood. And I listened. I stood at the top of the stairs. The open door yawned beneath me. No light, no smell, just the sound, the hum, louder now, not painful, just wide, like the voice of something too large to fit inside a throat. I stepped down, Each board groaned, not from weight, from memory. They knew me. The wood felt warm, soft. My hand traced the wall. It pulsed faintly, like muscle under skin. I didn't question it. I didn't fear it. I welcomed it. Below was not a basement, not truly. It was a chamber, large, round, dug into earth older than trees, stone walls, wet and black, no markings, just depth. In the center, the singers, dozens, faces blank, eyes closed, bodies still, standing in rings, circles within circles, all facing inward, toward the hole, a perfect circle, carved into the ground, no edges, just descent, black, breathing. I approached slowly. The singers never moved, but their mouths opened wider, too wide, skin split at the corners, no blood, just sound. One note, endless, surrounding me, pulling me forward. The heat rose from the hole, thick, sweet, like decay and honey. I knelt at the edge, looked down, and something looked back, not with eyes, with pressure, with gravity. I felt my thoughts slide forward, pulled into the void. My name dissolved, my body blurred. I wept, not from sadness, from recognition. It had waited so long. It remembered. And now I did too. This wasn't worship. It was reunion. The singers tilted back their heads. The note cracked, shifted, turned to words. Not in English, but I understood. The meaning was hunger. The meaning was home. I dropped my notebook. It was pulled in, swallowed, gone. I reached out, touched the rim. The stone was alive. It opened wider, just for me. The singers smiled now, but their teeth were gone, just gums, just silence. And I understood what came next. I don't know how long I stayed there, kneeling, listening, breathing with the stone. The circle pulsed beneath me, warm, alive. The singers swayed now, slowly, no rhythm, no music, just movement, like seaweed pulled by unseen currents. Their mouths opened wider. The sound deepened. I could feel it in my spine, in my stomach, in my blood. It told me stories, not in words, in pressure, in memory. I saw the mountain before the trees. I saw the sky before it turned blue. I saw the first mouth open in the earth, and I saw what climbed out of it, or maybe what whispered through it. It never needed to leave. We came to it. We always do, every few generations. A few find their way, called by songs, dreams, coordinates, books that don't stay on shelves, songs that don't have authors. They always arrive here, and they always kneel, like me. I stepped forward. The edge of the hole accepted my weight. The stone bent, just slightly, like it breathed me in. The walls were covered in something soft, not moss, not flesh, but something between. I could hear heartbeats in the stone, slow, measured. Mine matched them. The deeper I went, the less I thought, the less I remembered. I didn't forget. I shed, like old skin, like useless language. The tunnel narrowed. My hands guided me. My eyes no longer open, no longer needed. I saw with the hum. I saw with the curve of the path, the breath of the walls, the heat of the blood that soaked the floor. I reached a chamber, wider than the church above, its ceiling lost in shadow, its floor made of faces, carved, countless, all smiling, all empty. In the center, an altar, circular, like the one above, but cracked, open, like a mouth, like something had bitten inward, or chewed its way out. I knelt before it. The stone gave way, my legs sank, the hum stopped. The singers above fell silent, and I heard it, clearly, finally, a voice, not loud, not high, just low, gentle, final. It said one word, my name, not the one I was born with, the one I had always had, the one I had always been. I set it back, and everything else fell away. The ceiling peeled open, roots shifted, the mountain breathed, and I felt myself split. not in pain, in purpose, in design, in offering. I do not know what shape I am now. I do not know how long I've been here, but the circle has grown. New singers join. Some crawl, some fall. All kneel, all listen. And when they ask if they still remember how, I give them what I was given. One note, one name, one truth. We do not worship, we echo. We do not pray, we remember. And the thing below, the mouth beneath the mountain, it is opening again, and it is listening.